Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening, depending on whichever time of the day that you got to come across this video. I'd like to welcome you onto my channel. Yes, I was thinking about this. It's a very short story time with this ex-friend of mine. Shorty, I had just moved moved here. I think it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken. So this I'll call him what? It's nonsense. This nonsense is shooting. I will not lie to you. Each and every time when we went out, I was the only person who would pay. You understand? Even before I started working, yes. No, not before I started working. Maybe once or twice it has happened, but what I remember was when I started working, so I'd be the one who would pay. So I had just moved here. He asked me to come and visit him in Johannesburg. So I was like, okay, it's close from here. Then I was like, okay, fine, but where would I sleep and stuff like that? So he said that I was going to sleep at his place. I was like, okay, it's fine, I'll sleep at your place. Then I went. When I looked very nice. I don't want to lie to you. It was my weekend off, and I had gotten paid, and that was me on the taxi. I remember I was wearing a white shirt, a blue Markham's jean, and also a leather jacket. And I had a big at the time Uzi, not Uzi. It was Truett. Anything from Truett was like, like as if it's something a dope or that is popping. Fine, I went there, and then when I got there, we met up at the park station and stuff like that. And every time he knew, every time when I was, I think maybe almost entering Johannesburg, I would call him and let him know, that I'm here. Please can you meet up? I'm asleep. Yeah, please can you meet up? And because I'm scared of being mugged and stuff like that. So in each and every time, it has never happened that I would meet him there. I would be the one who gets there first and ends up going inside alone. Understand? And I'd get bored each and every time. So on this particular day, I got there. I went inside Buffalo Bills. I waited for him. At first, I stood outside of Buffalo Bills. Then I was like, let me just go inside. I went inside. Then when I got inside, I was like, since I'm already inside, let me buy something to drink, because I can't just go in and sit for fun. And another thing, I just wanted a more safe place to be at. Like, I thought if I go inside this club, I think I'll be a bit more safe, because when you enter the door, they search you. No one just walks in and stuff like that. So I did that. I went inside. Then maybe close to an hour, if I'm not mistaken, he arrived. Then I was bored. Then not this day. It wasn't. It was Buffalo Bills. Then when he came, we went across this other place that was front opposite Buffalo Bills. At the time, we sat there. When we sat there, he told me that both his boyfriends were there and they do not know each other. The other one was from Springs, the other one was from SCBD. This yellow bone one was very skinny. That guy was very, very, very skinny, and with the attitude, I didn't like him. I don't want to lie to you. And then there was also this other one. This other one was dark skinned. He was quiet. He was actually nice. I don't want to lie to you. He was humble and all of that. So he had driven from Springs to come and see this guy, this nonsense. And then when they both came, I don't know what did he say to them, because what ended up happening is we all sat at the same table, but Yeah, we sat at the same table. What he told me is that I must just talk to this one, this dark skin one, and not talk to him like as in like I must date him or anything. No, just to to hold a conversation with him, and then he was going to be talking to that other skinny one. What I don't remember properly is if we ended up sitting on two different tables or we carried on sitting on one table. You understand? So I don't know what happened. And one thing I know is that at the point I was drunk. I was very drunk. Even he was. Oh yeah, me and him were drunk. These two had just arrived. These guys were sober, and then we were talking. And then the next thing, what I saw is with this dark skin one, he because he was literally there to see this guy, this nonsense, and then unfortunately saw that no, this nonsense really doesn't have time for him and stuff like that. So he decided to. He told him that he's leaving, because he can see Guti Ngati they'll have to meet some other time. You understand? Because now busy and he's been ignoring him and only talking to that other one. Okay, fine, he leaves. And it's not good. I was the one who was boring lab. Namia has learned. I know this thing. Good. If I visit you, or I want to talk to you, and I get there and you do not have time for me, I'm going to leave. I'm also going to leave. So next thing, I can't remember when and how did this guy tell me, Guti, Pela, we are going to go and sleep at this guy's place. He's not the one who told me that. He had told me, Uguti, we were going to. You mean, Katil Kidus Ulo? I almost said his name. Uspe. This fucking shit. Guys. What give me? At first, what I knew. Oh, before I arrived, what I had known was that what give me Fasha, boyfriend work. That's where we're going to sleep. So I was like, I'd never done that for deep in my life. So, and he had never given me a reason to not trust him or anything like that. So I was like, okay. Then when we got there, I don't know where did he go, to the toilet or where, or he was dancing or what. Now we're left with this skinny, dry as yellow bone guy and boring. So then he starts telling me, Gutaibo, Pela, your friend, what I know is that your friend told me, Guti, he was going to come and visit me. Him. He was telling me this. I'm quoting. He was going to visit me, and I stay with my sister. I even told my sister, my boyfriend is coming, and yeah, next thing I'm shocked that he's coming with somebody else. So now, at that moment, this guy joins us or joins the conversation and everything like that. And with him, you can see that he's embarrassed. He doesn't really know. He wasn't even looking at me. He was like embarrassed with the whole thing because he thought that he would talk to this guy. No, this guy's already here. Can we just sleep there for the weekend and stuff like that? I had never done this before in my life. And as I said, he has never even given me a reason to not trust him. So now we ended up, now we're busy talking about this. And then this guy says, no, he can only come to my place. I can't go there because his sister is expecting one person, and yeah. So I can't remember. I don't remember when did this guy's friend arrive, but we ended up walking to another Buffalo Bills. So as we are walking, now this nonsense that it had invited me to come and visit him. Now he's walking alone. He's walking in front of us. He doesn't want to talk because he's pissed off because this guy didn't want to agree that I must come to his place. And honestly speaking, I do also I don't blame this guy, because another thing, if you say you're coming alone and then you start bringing people, Really, there are people who honestly have a problem. Namaj, I'll have a problem. If you say you want to visit me and then you bring somebody else, I'm telling you, I'm not going to allow that. Understand? Also, to all, none of you get to teach you a lesson. But no, you don't do that. You communicate while there's still enough time, so that if I can, I'll be able to help. I will help. If I can't, I can't. Now at that point, I'm becoming sober and sober and sober. Like, you understand? Because it's cold, and I'm bored, and I'm like, why did this guy tell me to come here? But azanga aplane yonke into, and basically ayikho indawo yokulala, because with him eyakhe nje indaba bengayiphathi ke shem, angifuna ucabanga ukuthi siye la ahlala khona. I wonder ukuthi behlala kuphi. I just wonder where was he staying. So we got to Buffalo Bills, that other one. We stood outside. At that point I was sober. I think it was almost in the AMs. I was sober. When ngathi bengakazi ngiphuze anything the way bese kungakhona jet. Sesimile lapha ngaphandle usehambile usenyamalele. Next thing agcine sebuya ngazi after 50 years. Mayebuya, he tells me, his cousin or aunt sent him money. Let's go and meet up with them. I don't know. I do not remember if it was Newtown or Montana, but I remember the Spar. It was in Montana, or it was Spar, Montana, something like that in Johannesburg. We walked there, and on the road, mind you, I'm scared of walking alone, especially in Johannesburg, because I don't want to be marked. But that evening, it was exeni, it was dark. I did not give a fuck. I was just angry. I did not even want to walk with him. You understand? Because I was like, how could you do this? You brought, at the time I was staying in the garage. I had just arrived then. I was staying in the garage. I was missing my bed. It was warm. My garage was warm. It was lovely. I loved it. You understand? I don't want to lie to you. As much as the door, and the big door and the small door and the cupboards were made of steel, every weekend on Sundays, when the coloreds would be bumping and playing their music, everything would be vibrating in the house, but still at the same time, it was like, but still it was warm, and I enjoyed staying there. I do not want to lie to you, I did. So I was missing my bed, my 1,000 rand bed that I bought at the time. It was 1,100, if I'm not mistaken. It was a black and silver bed, and I win. And we had, mind you, at the park station, we went to Steers, and I bought meat, a full chicken. I bought it, and then at that point, as we were walking to that Spar, we went there, we walked until we got there. Then when we got there, we didn't talk to each other. He didn't know what he was going to say to me, and I did not want to say anything to him because I was very angry. Very angry. We stood there at the door. I'm telling you, we didn't sleep until the morning. We were standing there with the security guard, and even the security guard would tell us, no, don't stand inside, stand outside, because we do not want the cameras to see you. If the cameras see you, these people, when they come back in the morning, like the bosses and stuff like that. It was opened. I think there was a 24/7 Spar. It was in Montana or something. It had something Montana though in Johannesburg. So basically we slept at the door as much as we didn't sleep. I wanted to cry. Yes, each and every time when I kept on checking the time. I think my phone ended up dying or something like that. No, didn't. I can't remember. I was too angry to remember such things. And then and then there was this other guy who also said, I think he was a taxi driver or something, I can't remember. He said that the first taxi, the taxi rank opens, or the first taxi will be at I must be at that rank. I'll be allowed to go in a taxi around, I think it was 5 or 6 o'clock. It was dark around. It was around this time. Winter. I'm telling you. I walked with this guy with him, And his family, his aunt had sent him money, really, but they used my account. When he got at the taxi rank, he didn't get this money. For what? He didn't get the money. I went in the taxi. I did not even say goodbye to him with my Steers chicken. I even remembered as we were walking to the taxi rank, I was like, hello, he doesn't know me. He's not going to get this money. It was 100 rand, and on top of that, and at the time I think it was 110. He takes from here to Johannesburg. Did not get what? He did not get it yet. I went on a text. I came back. I got home. I don't want to lie to you. The first thing I did, I slept. I ate the meat. I slept. I don't think I even bathed the day away. Then now figure when I arrived here. So guys, another thing, as we were standing there, the Buffalo Bills, the second one, I honestly wanted to go and book. I did. But these guys, that fucked up boyfriend of this fucked up shit nigga, told me, no, it's actually a waste of money. It's almost, you want to book now, and you're going to, it's the AMs now, it's in the AMs now, and it's actually a waste of time, because you're only going to go in there and sleep for just a few hours, and then you'll be asked to leave or something like that. You understand? So never again did I allow myself to be in such a situation, because I'll trust him and and stuff like that. But I did. I'll tell you in the next story time. Yeah, when